All right. So we are live. What's going on, guys? I just wanted to get back on here and run the Baccarat 6 or 8 with the 110 using just the little twist, the AZ Crap Shooters twist, which is instead of if a 6 or 8 loses, say we run a 7, instead of going right back up into the 6 and 8, staying back down on the 6 and 8. So I'm going to go ahead and get this started. Starts out with a lay of 90. Hang on a second. Of 90 on both the 6 and 8. And honestly, I'm not worried too much if people are watching live right now. I think running this stuff live, I think is probably good. It's a lot of people are going to run sometimes the best things that are happening, and hey, this is working, that's working. When at the end of the day, they're doing 2, 3, 4, 5 videos, showing the best videos, right? And I don't think that's always the best. So even like for my series, the Unbeatable 160 that I'm running for the income supplement, I'm thinking about going ahead and running a couple of live videos for that one. And the reason for that is I want to be able to show it live working also. I don't want to just show it only on video. Because someone could say, again, just like I was saying, hey, you're always winning. I mean, because I've had 8, now 9 sessions in a row, haven't recorded the 10th, and you haven't had a loss. Doesn't sound right. I mean, to each their own. I know what's happening. But I also, as a viewer, understand that sentiment and understand where they're coming from with that. So let's go ahead and get a point. So the lays obviously are just going to be working. And so we got 90 on each one. We got the 9 as the point. So let's go ahead and put out here the 100 on the outside and see what we can do from here. Let's see what happens. All right, perfect. Good start. Got 6, 4, 10. It's going to pay 50. I'm going to, again, with my little twist, going to go ahead and press those outside numbers. And on the other side, it's got a hard 4. Also, again, I'm going to press that. Keep 25. And let's see here. Now we got a 4, 2, 6. All right, so we're going to go ahead and lose that lay. Again, it's 90 on there. I go in increments of 90. Makes it easy for me. So down here, I'm going to pull this down. Going to come out here with 180. Hopefully get that 1 hit. And then come back down. Let's see what we can do. All right, so we got box cars. And so, again, to me, craps does not play like Baccarat. Nothing wrong with it. That is the point. That's going to pay 35. Plays a little differently, so that's why I think, for me, I'm going to go ahead and press it by 25. Let's go ahead and set a point. The 6 and 8 are going to stay on. 5, 4, 9, right back on it. So for me, keeping the 6 or 8, after the lay loses and come back down, instead of losing it here, you're losing double, right? And then you go back up here, and let's say you lose 1, because 6s and 8s roll like crazy. Then you come back down here, and let's say you have a PSO or another 7 out, and you lose another double, and you keep increasing it always. That's kind of a rough way to play. I don't know. I just don't trust that. Just the way that the 6s and 8s go. So either way, we'll see how this works. Wanted to run it live. I think it's sometimes the best way to go. Let's see here. Oops. Sorry, those things. Let's see here. I've been playing Baccarat for over 12 years and it doesn't come close to craps. Yep, exactly. Bac 12, BAC 12. Yeah, I mean, it's a fun way to think about it, be able to bounce it back and forth. I think the closest you can come to it is going to be on the pass line and don't pass line. I've seen the Baccarat with the DP and the pass line. I think that's the closest you can get to it. But when you're talking about up here, because you're not going flat to flat to flat. I know there's martingales and whatever. But you're not going with flats all the time, right? So if you're not using flats, you're not losing flats, you're losing double just because you decided to come down. I don't think it really plays out fairly. All right, and so that's a hard 6. So the 6 is going to get paid 210. All right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come down back to 90 on this and leave as is for now. You got a 415. So another 35. I think I forgot to press my 5 earlier, but that's okay. So we're going to press that there. Again, still haven't 7'd out. We did hit that 9 on the lay. And it's a 6-5 yo. Sorry, I did flip, but that was a 6. Was not a payer there. All right, and then a 7. So here is where my little twist is if we're playing this, okay? So we're going to lose all this. Next time we'll come out the same 100. This right here, 90 is 180 bucks, okay? So instead of coming back up top with another 180 up here, right? So we'd ladder up. If we won on the 7, we'd ladder back down. Granted, I know you win a lot of good money if you did that, right? So you'd win $300 if you won that and a 7 came. What I'm gonna do instead is just keep my 6 right here. A lot of what you hear is, or a lot of times, especially with the DGE system, you run the 6 and 8 right after a 7, right? And it's because it's a good bet. 213, no point. 549. We'll still keep it out there. We'll go back out with 100. And see if we can get that 6 and 8 hit. There's a 415. There's 35. Press that there. And then 314. So pretty decent rollers right now. Gonna go ahead and pay that. Let's see here. Another 325. So that's gonna pay 70. And here's where I take it with the 5s and 9s. If I'm at 50, I'm gonna go and just press it up. Hopefully, if I get another 5 hit, I'll be able to rack 2 blacks. That's okay, because again, it's all profit. It's all risk. There we go, 415. So that was cool, actually. So that's gonna pay 140. And you get to kind of see what I'm talking about here. So that's 140. What I'm gonna do is tell the dealer, won't pull that 5 down. Just take the 40, take that 200, put it in my rack. There you go. And you start the next process. So if the 5 were to hit again, 213, you're gonna get paid 63. Just take it up to 100. Do the same process. Here we go. So it's gonna get paid 63. That's 415. I'm going to take the change here and tell the dealer go ahead and take me up to 100 on there. Check this out for a green. Here we go. And repeat the process. Rinse, rinse, and repeat. All right, so then we get the 4. That's going to pay 100. We'll do the same thing. I'm going to double up and go to 50. Take 50. 6-5 yo. And man, that 6 and 8 just doesn't want to hit. And there we go. Hard 4. So this is going to pay 200. I'm going to tell the dealer to go and take me down 50. I'll just rack the 2 blacks, come back down to 50, rinse, repeat, do it all over again. That is how I like to kind of bet my numbers. And there you go. Another hard 4. Same thing all over again. 100 bucks. At some point I may start to increase it, but for now, that's how I'm going to play it. 6-5 yo. I want this 6 and 8 to hit, man. I mean, I'm glad everything else is hitting out here, but I want that 6 and 8 to hit. All right, so again, another 140. All right, so I got 140. Tell the dealer, pull it all down. Take that 40 back there. Rack in the black. Hey, California Craps Club, what's going on? And then here we go, 50 for the 10. Push that there. Now this might be a point where you might look at it and say, oh, there we go, another 6-4-10. Or you might say, you know what? There's 100, pull that 50 and just take this up to 100. At this point, if I'm playing in real life, and that's what we're doing, right? We're trying to simulate real life. obviously I've made a ton of money on just these base hits, so I prefer to say, F it. Let me go pull my 6 and 8 down. I no longer need that 6 and 8 out there at that level. Now, some people might say, well, what if the next one is a 6 or 8? Yeah, guess what? What if the next hit is 7 and I lose all that money, right? I mean, at the end of the day, hindsight's 20/20. Coulda, woulda, shoulda. But when I'm going home with money and you're not, or if you're going home with money and I'm not, who's right? The person who's right is the best person with the right strategy at the right time. Who do we know? Who is that? Who's that person? I don't know. All right, so I'm going to cash some of these in real quick. I'm going to cash 500 in for, that needs some change. 2, 3, 4, 5. Put that there. Actually, we'll scoot this over. All right. And so we just got a 5 hit, so that's going to pay 63. Okay. Take that up to 100 here. Okay, so we got 75. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is our change. Take this up to 100. And then if that hits again, we'll show you what the next step is of that rack 2 black on that 5 or 9 is. Basically, you hit the 140, you come down to 80 instead. So you're not going to rack 2 black, but you'll come down to 80 instead. There's a 6. There we go. 105. Rack that up. And then the next to 80, when that hits, you're going to win, what, 120, I think. So you'll take that up to 200. There you go, 8. 105. And on that 200, you're going to get paid 240. So then you're racking 4 blacks, coming back down again. Repeat, rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat. Easy peasy. Now, it doesn't always happen. There's another 105. This is a hot shooter. So this is all ideal, but hey, this is why, hey, Dr. S, this is why I like to go live. I think, you know, I'm showing it right now. Everything's going right because it's going right. There's also going to be those moments where, hey, it's going to go wrong. You know what I mean? 314. It's going to pay me 200. I'm going to go ahead and, I'm actually going to go ahead and just take this up to 150 because we've already got a few hits on it. Collect 150. Why not? And then we got a hard 8 to Donnie and Marie. It's another 105. So 6 and 8s just sit there. Now you could easily at any point just say, you know what, I'm going to pull my 6 and 8. I think I've gotten my payment off of those for now. I don't need no Baccarat for the 6 or 8 right now. We're good. And pull them out. That's okay too. 200 for that 10. Pull that down. That's the first time we've had that rack to black. And go back down to 50 on there. And we got a 415. So there we go. So this right here, again, is going to pay 140. Okay. This time, though, instead of coming back down to 40, we're going to tell the dealer, go ahead and take me down to 80. They're going to go ahead and give you 20 change. Okay. And then they're going to put you back up for 80 on there. And if you guys hear kids in the background, these kids are going nuts right now. The wife just took off to go pick up the older kids. And we got a 628. It's 105. And this is actually going way better than I would have wanted it to. I hate to say I want bad things to happen, right? But, you know, sometimes only proof things, you want bad things to happen. So I got 300 for that 150 that's there. Why not take it up to 200, right? But I guess the whole gist of this is not trying to learn here how to bet on all these other things, but just when the 6 hits and you come down to the 8 hits and you lose that lane, you come down to 90, or you come down to 180 here, because again, I start at 90 and 180. Hey, Jason. Thanks, man. You know, Random Randy loves to roll sometimes. But when those hit at that 180 and you could collect that 210 and you come back down to 90, you know, again, when the 7 comes, I would prefer, kind of like how I play Baccarat anyways, and typically I keep on the banker, keep on the player when I run the trends and I'm looking at what's going on. If it is a little chop, whatever, I stick with the same one because I have a feeling that 6 or 8 is going to come back and hit again, either at the 180 or the 270. or even at the 350, you know. So that's my thought on that. Just gonna pull that down. We'll run this through one more time. That was a pretty good run there by that random shooter. Now again, this is where, because that's that first hit, we've already come down, I still see no reason. I have not lost 3 times on my 6 or 8, so I still see no reason to go back up to the lay. At least not right now. Doesn't mean I can't, you know, you'll get a feel for the table. So let's go ahead and get a point here. Got 2-1-3. And we got a 4-1-5 as the point. Okay. And actually, let's go and put that 100 back out. Yeah, let's see what happens here. 2-1-3. That's one roll after the point. And 4-3-7. That's okay. So who's that? So that's 2 losses, right? That's 2 losses on the 6 and 8. All right, so next one here, I'm going to go 270. Okay. And let's see here. So hopefully, let's see, 4, 270. All right. And there we go, 4-2-6. Right away, right? Let's see here. 270, 210. We'll pay 245 and then another 70. So what? 245 and another 70 is what? 315? 315, yeah. Sorry guys, I kind of just on a whim. I just kind of came out and decided I want to do a live real quick. So 315 for that. Gonna rack that up. We're on a point of 6. Now so far we've lost what? 360 plus another. So we'll ladder down one more time here. Back down to the 180. Still keep it up there. Come back out with 100 on everything else. Let's see if we can at least get one more hit. 6-5, yo. 6-5, yo. 3-1-4, cool. Press that by 25. 5-4-9. Okay, 35. Press that by 25. And then 4-3-7. So, don't pull that down there. All right, so we start with 2,500. I always start with 2,500. I'm not saying that every strategy uses 2,500. Hopefully you guys got the gist of this. I'll probably run it out a few more times eventually down the road. But I think this live has gone on a pretty good amount of time here. So about 20 minutes. So, all right. So let's see here. All right. 100 there. Just take that out. Okay. How many's missing here? So 3. All right. So we got 2,000. 2,500 right there. That's 1,200. Whoop. All right, 1,200, 1,275, 1,290. To be honest, it doesn't tell the whole tale of the story. Well, and some change. Because at the end of the day, you know, we had that one random Randy that kind of knocked it out the park, got us a bunch of repeaters. But again, I just think that this game plays a little bit differently than Baccarat. I think the bouncing back and forth, I think the pass line, don't pass, I think could work. I think the bouncing back and forth, especially between the 6 and 8, it's a little hit or miss because, you know, you're going to be losing double the amount on the 6 and 8 as you're also laddering up. If you lose that, you go back down again to the 6 or 8 on the lay, and let's say you lose that, you're losing it again, and then you're laddering up again. And I've been doing this now, practicing it for a while, and I find that doing it that way kicks my butt almost all the time. I mean, it works, and it has its moments where it's worked, and I have had this work at the casino, but it was one shooter, but when I practice it here at home, it kind of kicks my butt a little bit. So I think keeping the 6 and 8 out there versus going on the place versus going up to the lay, I think is the way to go. I think doing it for 2 or 3 times. So after you knock off the lay, so when you're up here for your 100, whatever. And then let's say you knock off the 6 and you come down to the 6, you ladder up to 200. And let's say you lose that 200. Instead of going back up here with 300, stay down here with 300. More than likely, you're going to hit that 6 or 8 before that 7 comes again, especially after the 7 comes. And then from there, you can ladder back down. It's all a math game. Where are you at in your math? That's why I like having the 4, 5, 9, and 10. It does help to kind of make up some of those extra losses. So if you've had a couple of extra $35 hits, well, you can go ahead and subtract. Okay, 3 hits is equal to 100. Come all the way back down to the $100 mark again, right? Or like I said, I go 90, 270, whatever, you know. But all right, guys. Well, hey, Nemo, CCC, thanks for stopping in, and anyone else who is. I don't know how to keep the chat visual. Jason, Dr. S, everybody else that stopped in. Bach12, I believe, actually was another name. Thanks for stopping over. So I just want to do a quick live. I'm going to try to do more of these. It's not the pressure of everybody else, but I do think it's true that it's great to have these rollouts. Like I was saying, if you listen to the beginning when I didn't have anybody actually listening yet, you know, at the very beginning, it's good to have all these rollouts. You know, my income supplement series is working out great. The problem is that how do you guys, the viewers, know that what I'm doing is kosher, right? What I'm doing is like, I'm not just putting out there 10 wins, 9 wins in a row, and not showing you a loss because I want to make it look like I'm winning. I don't want to do that. So I think I'm going to start running a couple of lives on that supplement series as well. I just think it's worthwhile to do that for my own sanity, for you guys. And so I appreciate you guys, you know, sticking around and watching this, and hopefully you guys enjoy my content when I do come out with it. It's not a ton. I don't have all the cameras and everything, but it's a lot of fun stuff for me. I like doing this stuff. And so again, I appreciate it. When you guys are at the casino in any table game you guys are playing, guys, make sure you guys bring the heat to the table. Have a good one. Take care.